Welcome to Flash News Now. Here are today's top 12 stories. Not an isolated incident. Russian drones stalk Ukraine civilians in human safaris. The video of a Ukrainian cyclist being targeted and killed by a short-range drone posted and later deleted by the Russian military Friday left viewers outraged and shaken. But it's not the first time that Russian drone operators have been accused of terrorizing Ukrainian civilians by deliberately targeting them in human safaris, denounced as a war crime by an independent UN commission. Anger mounts in Haiti as new attack shows power held by gang coalition. At least 47 people were killed in a farming community near Port-au-Prince after the area was attacked by a gang coalition. For the gang, the goal is to get their hands on a highly strategic area near the Haitian capital. But how could they have led such a violent attack? France 24's Catherine Norris-Trent tells us more. U.S. economic D-Day sanctions. Repeated bombing attacks across Iran failed to change the calculus. Jeannie Gajala is pleased to welcome Imran Bayami, Deputy Director and Resident Fellow at the Atlantic Council. He sees the Trump administration's new sanction strategy toward Iran as an attempt to seek economic leverage where military force has so far failed to produce any results. But its effectiveness rests on several unresolved assumptions. Chief among them is whether Washington can compel China, Iran's largest oil customer, to comply despite Beijing's growing economic resilience. Iran, meanwhile, has decades of experience curtailing sanctions and is again threatening regional escalation. 2 killed. Refinery on fire in Russia's Krasnodar after drone attack. Ukraine hits Russia's Afipsky oil refinery and gas plant in latest attacks targeting energy infrastructure. UK to back Ukraine with missile blueprints amid Russia-Ukraine strikes. UK PM Andy Burnham visited Kyiv on his first foreign trip, pledging to give cruise missile designs to Ukraine. Palestine Weekly. After Kushner departs, Israel escalates Gaza attacks. Israel deepens Gaza attacks and West Bank expansion as countries condemn abuses but impose few consequences. How Israel's Netanyahu weaponises religion in his war rhetoric. Israeli Prime Minister has used ancient religious texts to validate preemptive warfare and bypass international law. With sanctions and tariffs, U.S. bets on its economic power to get what it wants. The U.S. has announced a new wave of sanctions on Iran and has promised to sanction any countries trading with it, including China. It also comes as the U.S. deepens a trade war with its neighbor Canada. France 24's Kethevane Gorgistani tells us more. Popcorn and cartoons. A Gaza cinema gives girls a brief escape from war. A group of displaced girls in Gaza finds moments of joy, safety, and self-expression at a weekly movie screening. Gaza child breaks down in tears after an Israeli threat over kites. Israeli forces raid UNRWA training center in occupied East Jerusalem. The forces raided and seized the Kalandia Training Center, a key facility operated by the UNRWA. China hits out at illegal new U.S. sanctions on Iran and trading partners. The U.S. has threatened to isolate nations that continue to do business with Tehran, which sells much of its oil to Beijing. That was your Flash News Now bulletin. Subscribe for more.